business moving forward. So this has been one of the most trouble hacking.
Google Gaga, I'm a big baby.
Ugh, someone lost in fantasy. With DraftKings, you won't get locked into just one way to play.
So if I finish last, I don't have to wear a diaper?
Only if you want to. More fantasy games means more shots to win. We get you. So we got that. The crown is yours.
That's crazy. The hell's he shaking on the ground? Someone's pissed Joe.
Mr. Cool DIY is the only ductless mini split heat pump you can install yourself without expensive.
Good evening, I'm Erica Hill in for Aaron Burnett. Out front tonight, the breaking news. Democrats taking their show on the road. You're looking at live pictures here out of Detroit, Michigan, where Vice President Kamala Harris is about to take the stage with her new running mate, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. Thousands of people at that event, the two arriving in Detroit just a short time ago after speaking to an energized crowd earlier in the day in Wisconsin. In the past 24 hours, Harris and Walz have now hit three crucial battleground states, starting, of course, with last night's rally in Philadelphia. Those three states, as I noted, crucial to a Harris victory. And today, everywhere Harris and Walz went, they had Team Trump hot on their trail. Trump's running mate, Senator J.D. Vance, holding events in Wisconsin and Michigan today as well. At one point, Vance's plane and Harris's plane actually landed at the same airport in Wisconsin at the same time. Vance making his way then to a manufacturing plant to speak with a group of blue-collar workers.
We have a country that's going in the wrong direction thanks to Kamala Harris, and I think that it's important to say we could be doing so much better. And not just that we could be doing so much better, we were doing so much better when Donald J. Trump was president of the United States.
Vance really focusing most of his attacks now on Harris, much like the former president who opted not to join Vance on the trail. He did, though, this morning call into Fox.
Nobody knew how radical left she was. This is a ticket that would want this country to go communist immediately, if not sooner.
Jeff Stanley is out front live in Detroit. They're at the Harris rally. So a big, enthusiastic crowd for Harris and Walz over the past couple of days. This could also be a honeymoon, as we know, barely 24 hours in, just over. Is there a sense from the campaign that you're hearing in terms of a plan to keep that momentum alive?
Aaron, the plan basically is one day at a time. And there are 90 days now until Election Day in November and far fewer days until voting actually begins. But I can tell you enthusiasm is certainly only one sort of ingredient in a winning campaign. But you can see behind me here perhaps thousands of people have gathered in this hangar, and when Vice President Harris arrived, stepping off Air Force Two, it was a different moment. So enthusiasm does not win elections alone, but it's a key component. And frankly, a month ago, Democrats did not have that. So talking to Democrats here in this audience, they are overjoyed by the new ticket. Vice President Harris and Governor Walz, of course you would expect that. But when you talk to other voters who have been really turned off by this election, they too are suddenly now engaged and suddenly tuned in. But the Vice President herself makes the case she did last night, I assume she will again tonight, that they are the underdogs in this race. And that is how they are looking at all this. But Erica, $36 million was raised in the first 24 hours. It is much more than that, I am told. So that also buys something else. That buys television commercials, and that continues the enthusiasm. We learned one piece of information today that former President Donald Trump is interested in holding a debate with Vice President Harris on a network potentially other than Fox. So that, of course, would be a big moment in this campaign. But for now, at least, the Harris campaign wants to keep this momentum alive as they continue their battleground tour. And, of course, that Democratic convention in Chicago is now less than 2 weeks away. Erica?
Jeff Seleny, appreciate it. Thank you. Joining me now to discuss, we've got all the players here. David Axelrod, I want to begin with you. You know, as Jeff just noted, enthusiasm is only one ingredient here, right? Moving forward, we're 24 hours into this new team, and Team Trump really working to label Governor Walz in particular as the most liberal she could pick. This is the most liberal ticket you're going to see. So if you're managing this campaign, where do you go with that? Where do you take that messaging and how do you massage it to your advantage?
Well, look, first of all, the fact that, let me just say as an aside before I answer your question, the fact that Trump is now changing his position on the debate tells me that they understand that they're in a real fight here. And so he needs to debate, which gives you a sense of where the race is. Look, I think that they've got a guy here who is from like central casting, like he drops out of a Norman Rockwell painting, right? He's small town America incarnate, you know, the teacher, the coach, the 24 years in the National Guard and so on. And a lot of folks in small town America recognize him as a neighbor. You know, I think this is deeply worrisome to the other side. I think that What I would do with him, honestly, is I would put him in an RV and I would send him to small towns in Pennsylvania, in Michigan, in Wisconsin, because I think he'll relate well to people. And it's harder to caricature someone when you know them. So that's what I would do with him.
You mentioned that the 24 years in the National Guard. Instead, this is already popping up as an attack point, actually, from J.D. Vance going after Walz today on his military record. I want to play part of that moment.
He said we shouldn't allow weapons that I used in war to be on America's streets. Well, I wonder, Tim Walz, when were you ever in war? What was this weapon that you carried into war, given that you abandoned your unit right before they went to Iraq, and he has not spent a day in a combat zone?
So just to clarify, Walz did serve in the National Guard, as we noted, for 24 years. He filed to run for Congress, retired from the Guard, months before his unit was deployed. But he did at one point say, right, he talked about, quote, weapons that he carried in war. He was never in combat. Is this proving to be, it's early, but is this proving to be an effective line of attack?
I think it's hard to know, but I do know that we know the messenger has some problems. This is what J.D. Vance was chosen for, to be the attack dog for Donald Trump, and I think that this is an early preview of where they're going to go with Governor Walz. But, you know, this is someone who has given his life to service, and I think it's going to be hard to caricature him as that. But I think to David's point, it becomes harder as the American people come to know him more. And so what the Trump campaign is trying to do is try to do an early definition of Walz, but I think that will become more difficult as he gets more out there. But, you know, there was another point in that press conference with Vance that stuck out to me. They asked him, what makes you happy? What makes you smile? And he said, nothing really, because right now I'm angry. That's the contrast with Walz that I think is really going to jump out. Walz is having a good time. He's going to be the person who is out there, a recognizable teacher, as David says, and it's going to be more difficult to they can kind of paint him as a caricature if he's following the kind of happy warrior mold that I think him and Harris are trying to put out there. This is one attack line they're certainly putting out there, but they're going to have to find something. I think they're going to have to find something more robust if they're going to try to define him outside of the ways that they're already pushing to define themselves.
David, would you agree with that this needs to be, David Urban, a more robust line of attack?
On which part, Erica? The military service part?
Yes, instead saying it's, you know, that may not be landing, right? And it may need to be a more robust attack.
No,
is
listen,
that the right attack,
yeah.
or is there something that would be a better path?
No, I think the best path is let's get the governor in a van or in a motorhome in Pennsylvania, and let's let people hear about his record. I am all about the substance, about the issues. Let's let him defend some of the policies he took and positions he took in Minnesota, which a lot of people in Pennsylvania are going to view extreme. He signed an abortion law, which is pretty unfettered, and up until the 9th month, abortion on demand, kind of quote unquote. He signed laws that provide illegal immigrants with driver's license, educational benefits, healthcare benefits, which some people may seem extreme. He has a position that he'll have to defend, and I think that more people, like David said, he's an avuncular looking fella, right? He looks like Jim Gaffigan to a certain extent, right? So let's let him out there. Let's people probe him, ask questions about his positions, and defend his policy positions. This shouldn't be about what you look like, who you are, what your race is. This should be about the policy. So the more people get to hear about his policies, I think the people in some of these small towns won't be so thrilled about him. They won't be so thrilled about some of the more socialist kind of progressive policies that the governor espoused and put in place while governor of Minnesota.
I like that both Davids are advocating for the same plan of attack, but seeing very different outcomes here from those conversations and from the RV.
We have stock in an RV company. So.
I think you clearly do. Afterwards, you could take it on a tour of all the Major League ballparks in the country.
That wouldn't be bad. No.
Listen, Donald Trump is claiming that he's thrilled about Walz as a pick. I want to play some of what he had to say.
Nobody knew how radical left she was, but he's a smarter version of her, if you want to know the truth. He's probably about the same as Bernie Sanders. He's probably more so than Bernie Sanders. This is a ticket that would want this country to go communist immediately, if not sooner.
I do have to say, I'm still struggling to understand what's sooner than immediately, but that's a separate issue. In all seriousness, when we hear Donald Trump say he's thrilled with Walz, behind the scenes, how do you think the campaign is actually feeling about this
is that they've struggled for the last couple of weeks, ever since Biden ended his campaign and Harris became very quickly the presumptive Democratic nominee. They've been struggling how to define her. And when I talked to Trump's team about this in the last 24 hours, they said they kind of see Walz joining the ticket as a chance to try to define them together. And that's why they're jumping on this. Now, I do think that their argument that he's very progressive, that he's pushing the entire ticket to the left, will be hard to argue in some cases. I think if you look at what he did as governor, where he enshrined abortion rights into law, he protected rights for gender-affirming care, he passed universal gun background checks. Those are things that they're really going to be focusing on, I'm told, specifically the last 4 years. But as a congressman, he was actually a pretty moderate Democrat. He voted with Republicans on a number of things. He pushed to strengthen the border. He pushed to lower the national deficit. He was actually backed then by the NRA. And so I think they're still figuring out exactly which attacks will work best. But again, their biggest problem right now is which attacks work best on Harris. And that's why you heard Vance today really focus in both of his stops in Michigan and Wisconsin on going after Harris far more than he did go after her running mate.
So, Misha, CNN put together a list of the policies Walz has taken as governor, as Elena just mentioned, passing a child state tax credit in Minnesota, making college tuition free for Minnesota families who make less than $80,000 a year, free breakfast, free lunch in public schools, signing an executive action that offers protections for people seeking trans health care in Minnesota. What do you make of the basic criticism from Donald Trump that Walz is basically as liberal, if not more liberal, than Bernie Sanders?
I think that it does not have any basis in fact. When we look at where Americans are, we know that college affordability is non-existent. We know that it's the fastest growing expenditure, second only to childcare. Americans want to be able to send their kids to school without having overwhelming debt that they're paying off for generations. We also know that what he's been able to do to reduce childcare expenses, to provide for affordable housing, to provide protections for those who have been overburdened by the criminal justice system, particularly black men who have been the targets of it consistently over the years, those are things that the overwhelming majority of Americans are supportive of. So I think that it's a very hard thing to try to pigeonhole him in. And to what you said a moment ago, when he was actually in Congress, we saw Walz work across both sides of the aisle. We saw him be able to formulate relationships. We saw him be able to be that person who brought bipartisanship. And I don't think that that's going to be something that would be dissolved should he become vice president. I think that Americans are smarter than that the things that the right is trying to push him on are things that we've seen not only work in his state, but are honestly things that many Americans have been asking for at the national level, things that unfortunately have been blocked by Republicans.
So, but Jake, he voted with Republicans 14% of the time. We're not talking 40%, 35%. And I know there's some talk about him having some past membership with the NRA. I'm a big gun guy. No one in the gun community gives a care about the NRA. It was one thing if he would have been with Gun Owners of America or Firearms Policy Institute. The NRA is irrelevant for most real serious gun enthusiasts. As it pertains to him being a liberal, let's look at the policies. And we could talk about him doing some things for African American men. I'll see that point. I was looking at a study from the University of Minnesota that talked about how his taxes at the local level and state level disproportionately impacts poor people, specifically people of color. I looked at migration patterns of people out of state. You can see if people are coming or going. There are more people leaving his state than coming to his state as a result of how expensive it is to live. So yes, his policies would not work for the average American person.
Path to the White House runs right through this state. And with your help, we will win in November. We are going to win.
The new Democratic ticket on the road tonight as Vice President Kamala Harris and Minnesota Governor Tim Walz barnstorm battleground states.
Good evening, I'm Erica Hill in for Aaron Burnett. Out front tonight, the
Let's
breaking
watch
news.
something
Democrats
else.
taking their show on the road. You're looking at live
hell? All kinds of guns. People are always finding guns and frickin' knives, all kinds of stolen stuff in these rivers.
Spring. Battery. And a key.
How the hell did batteries get in the river? Oh, look, they got professional shirts back there. A trap? No. What the hell is that? A bolt. Wow.
Bit of sun plate. And a mooring hook. With a spike still on it.
They got some cool shirts though. More junk. Just throw it all back.
I got a little padlock. I've got a spark plug. And I've got these stones and that, but just there, don't know whether it's a button or whether it's something else, but you can just see that's the only thing it picked up on. So I'm going to just let it dry out a bit and give it a bit of a tap.
It's like someone's bone.
I've got a bullet. It's a
Bullet.
bit crushed.
He's got a bullet.
Look. Looks like someone's given that a right beating. But you
A
haven't got
right
bullet.
beating.
Even the bolts come camouflaged here, look. Thanks, Mum.
You're lucky you're holding that plate.
So today we're eating healthy, look. We've got potato salad, homegrown. She's got a mayo tree, but we won't go into that. We've got raw chicken, but we won't go into that either. But
raw chicken.
She's swearing. Look at all that potato salad she's got. Look.
Raw chicken.
She's good to me, considering how horrible I am to her.
You don't mean it.
I'll shut up and eat my food.
It's a good idea.
There you go. Got an old buckle as well.
Enough
2
buckle.
prongs on it. Got an old badge and a bolt.
Just a bunch of trash. That's how it is here too.
Bit of bar, a can lid, and a battery. Oh, a boat plaque. Oh, I've got a boat plaque, 1936. First one of those today.
All kinds of fucking batteries in the rivers. Who the hell's throwing batteries in the rivers?
An ever-ready battery. There you go. Got a spark plug. Just a bit of bar. And a hexagonal boat plaque, which is 1948, it's in blue.
I like how this guy keeps pulling out his boat plaques and he's like super excited about them. All these fucking old ass, janky ass boat plaques. Out loud.
By the looks of it, I see a lot of blue around here, but I've never actually had a hexagonal blue one.
Hexagonal blue one.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. 1948.
1948. The gun. Nope. You know there's gonna be at least one gun.
Another bit of rubbing strip. The hook. That's the hooky bit. Just a random.
Oh, horseshoe.
Hi,
Oh,
we're Visible.
fucking
Get set to travel this summer with a wireless plan that'll keep you connected on the go.
There you go. I've got a boot shoe on there, but when I pull it off, it's going to fall to bits, so I thought I'd show it on the magnet. So I've got a bit of copper rod with a steel insert. I've got that, which I'm assuming is a drain cover lid, like a stopcock, and just a bit of rubbing strip.
At least a couple line that side, we'll just into the magnet.
The hell's that? Part of a car.
So I've got a battery link cable and a brake drum, probably to go in my shoe that I had earlier. There you go, I've got a rope tie down and a bit of scuff tube. And Paul found that. I said it's Roadrunner's magnet, but we ain't sure what it is, but it's one of them.
Like a thing for making bricks. Or some shit.
So I found a ring.
That's a big ring.
Stabby blade. Bit of box section. A bit drive shaft seal. Another spoon. I've got another fish plate. Unbelievable. Oh, that's a padlock. Look at that.
Damn, that's huge.
Wow, that's proper heavy duty.
And it has got some writing on there.
George, I need to take my glasses off to see that. I don't know, so
Oh yeah, just keep sandblasting it away.
Approved. I think.
Yeah, I think the first word is approved.
Anyway, it's a padlock. Quite a chunky padlock. I won't hit it though because it'll probably be a destroyed padlock. No, that's a chunky old padlock, that is. That's cool. I think we see approved on the brass piece. This is brass. Don't know what it's any more than that, but yep. A big chunky padlock.
That's
see
pirate
it there,
shit.
I can see it. But yes, we've got a padlock. And it's a good size one as well. I'll give that to Terry because she loves the padlocks. And also, I've got a knife.
I've got a knife.
An old doorknob, or drawer knob, and a piece of hanger line.
The hell is that? Shit. It's a sprinkler. Oh.
Bit of hanger line with an eye bolt on it. Bit of bar, a rub strip, some chain, a twisted bit of rebar, and a knackered bit of bar. A mooring pin and a shovel. What you got, Paul?
What you got, Paul?
It looks like a handle off a shovel or something, but it's solid.
Oh, yeah. Metal.
It's an industrial shovel.
Yeah. I also found this. You see it?
That's a big fat glow plug, that is.
Yeah.
Must be some sort of heater plug for something.
Yeah, that's what I would guess.
It's different.
All their stuff's covered in
What
shit.
you got, Paul?
Layers of laminated shit.
More your boat. Mind you, cast iron and boats don't really go together, do they?
No, I don't think it'd last long. It's pretty heavy.
Yeah, an old brass winder key. Something.
Oh yeah, throwing your old shit back.
Ooh, look at that.
You'd think if you pull it out of the river and then you throw it back in, at that point it's littering. Just saying.
Got that random bit. And I've got a hook with a nut on the end to bolt on something. Ah, and a mooring pin.
A moron's pin.
Driving the Nissan Rogue with Google built in is like
Hey Google, turn on Rocky's Food.
the ultimate connection. Drive the award-winning Nissan Rogue today. One of 6 Nissan vehicles with starting MSRP under $30,000.
An old handle off a, I would say, a little shovel. And that is a really old door latch. See where the bolt thing would have come out there. Keyhole just there. So yeah, an old door latch. Another mooring spike. What you found, Paul?
Phone.
This thing.
The hell is that?
That needs a tap.
Definitely.
That's a weird one. He's going to give it a tap and then we'll have a look. So, Paul's poley thing that he found, we've worked out now it's a post spike.
Yep.
So it's not the Olympic torch. So Paul, you don't worry, you've not got to light it and run.
I'd have trouble like this if it was original.
You'd have trouble running.
I couldn't do that.
Another spike. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Hey? That's what I thought.
A sword. A fucking sword? Damn. Oh man, that's a pretty tiny sword. Oh yeah, put it right where it fall back in.
Oh, I've got a buckle, a belt buckle or something. One of them display stand thingies. Another battery terminal. A hook. A piece of plate. And a can opener. So I've got that there now. It's sort of flat there. You can see it's curved there. It thins out at the end. I know what it looks like. It's not going to be, and you'd never know anyway, but it does look like a blade.
It kind of looks
But
like a saber.
It's too rotten to do anything with. So. Wishful thinking.
Throw it back.
I've got an hacksaw. Someone's nicked the blade though. I've got a pair of pliers. Something else, I'll have to tap that.
Damn. It's not gold.
Huh?
The hell is that?
Yeah. It literally is one big square lump. That's flaming heavy. Took a couple of goes to get that out.
The hell?
I was when I came off it.
Spaceship. Can opener. What's the box?
It's probably the skinniest horseshoe I've ever seen. Definitely got its money's worth out of that one. It's skinny as anything.
Or a handicap horse.
Like thermostat housing. Off a boat, I would take. It's green.
Your father knows about saving money. Everything I'm wearing, I've had since boot camp.
And I just saved on my car insurance for driving safe with USAA.
Auto insurance that flexes with you.
Hit the fit.
That's what we're made for.
Pipe union. A rollock. Bolt and washer. And a padlock.
Oh, it broke now.
You bad boy.
I've got some bits of plate. I dropped it, made a mess. Mum's telling me off.
What's the box?
Bit of Dexine racking. A pipe joiner. And random rubbish. Oh, and a belt buckle. Rubbing strip. Rope tie down. Square bit metal with some holes drilled in it. Oh, and a bottle opener. I don't want to lift this one. It's heavy. Oh, God! Oh, sorry? Lump of metal. Oh. And I've got this solid lump of metal. It's really heavy, so I can't drop it in the trolley because Paul, but you won't like it.
I don't think the trolley would have.
I've got a clamp and a handle and a jewelry clip.
They even brought a broom.
What you got then, Paul?
I reckon it's probably a water pump. Bit
Could well be. Could well be.
tiny padlock.
Small one.
Yep.
Oh, there's your
Really
random ringy thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them.
Spacer.
Terry found an even more random.
It's a ring spanner without a ring.
Yeah, it's no good to anyone. Got my stopwatch.
I thought you'd pull the plug. It is a stopwatch.
Yeah.
On your marks, get set, go. Or gone.
Terry found some wings.
I'm going to clean it up, I'm not sure yet.
You sure that's not just a very small brake pad?
Yeah, or a moustache.
But if it's anything interesting, we'll let you know.
A very old crusty padlock.
Too cool.
Padlock pay, isn't it, today?
And this random thing, which is mostly brass.
It's like a guitar thing.
That's what Terry said, but
Dang.
back.
That's not like
It's very unusual.
Oh, no, I'm not playing the guitar. Okay.
It's a thing.
It's a thing. Right, that's it, we're done. It's been an interesting day. It's been quite hard work, to be honest, for little reward. A few boat blacks, got me bullet, but rubbish is out, and we've had a laugh, haven't we? Yeah, it's been fun. It was nice of Nick to pop down for the Tick and Dipper, or Maidenhead Magnetics, whichever one. But we're done here, so I think it's time for the 2-hour drive home, but with the aircon on, which is good. So we will catch you on the next one. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment.
On the next
and
one.
if you're not subscribed already, make sure you do. Catch you on the next one.
It's a big deal. Hypersonic fiber-powered Astound Internet for $20 a month. Lock in 2-year pricing and get a $100 gift card. Game, study, connect, and do it all with Astound. Shop online deals today.
Empower your students at every stage of the writing process with Grammarly's generative AI.
On tonight's episode,
You found your slip with your date of birth on it.
Oh damn. Police are coming. Oh, look at a gun. Balls. The hell is that? Tuna fish? Oh dang, a grenade. A cannon. How is there still money in it?
Good morning. It's that day of the week again. Yes, you got it. It's Sunday. We are out. This is a new area that I've never been to before. I've been down there and I've been down there, but I've never been here. But we got invited by somebody, so we've decided to come here, give it a go. They're going to be here at 10. It's now about 7, but let's give it a go. See how we get on. Let's hope for a really good day. So, first find, I've got a can and just a bit of bar.
Oh snap.
Then we've got an old bolt.
A bolt.
Bit of old road sign.
What is that even?
Got a rod rest.
Oh, he got hooked on the chain.
Can lid, and that I believe is an old penknife. Under all that, I'll give it a tap.
It's gone now.
Hey? Yeah. Yeah, it was an old penknife. £7.10.
£7.10.
and a wing nut. That's a bit random. We'll give that a tap.
The hell is it? A U joint.
I still don't know what it is. It's still random. I'll keep it for the moment. Bit of bar and a spanner. Got some bling.
Some Ferris bling. A round thing. What?
What, that random thing? Looks like a nut, but it's definitely not. Don't know. It's a lump.
It's a lump.
It's a solid lump.
Pod's biggest sale of the summer is extended. Save up to 25% on moving and storage until August 12th. And see why Pods has been trusted with over 6 million moves. But don't wait. Use promo code BIG25 to save. Visit pods.com
Next they're gonna
today.
have Pods planes.
I've got a big square lump.
A big square
solid.
lump. What the
Big
hell
square
is
section.
that?
Let's go a bit wider and then come in. There we go.
Oh, Jesus.
It would. Yeah. Another rudder, yeah.
Oh.
What you got, Paul? You found you something with your date of birth on it. Look, 1881. You'd never guess.
It's a marker.
Had an easy life.
You live with Terry. I knew she'd enjoy that. But yeah, that's kind of cool. So I think that's going to be going in your keep pile because you want to know what it is now, don't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find out what that is then.
And also, I've got a rudder. There we go. Just so you can get a gist of the size of it. Yeah, I've got a big rudder. I'm not going to hold that up to the camera. It's a bit of a struggle getting it up here, but good bit of weight. I've got a hooter.
A hooter? Or what?
I've got half an horseshoe. It's an old one. And I've got a hooter off a boat. So I've got the horn.
A hooter? hell's this thing gonna be?
I've got a bracket of some description. I've got a pair of scissors that are a bit knackered. I've got a brake shoe. Didn't know boats have brakes on, but I've got a brake shoe. I've got a bit of edge trimming. That looks remarkably like a brake pad. How random.
Oh man.
What you got?
A bit of boat.
Which bit? Look, if an aircraft investigation program can identify a section 1 millimetre big, what's that from?
It's a bit of boat, as I said.
Just make it up. Where's it from?
The stern.
So what's it gonna be?
Right, there we go. Well done, Paul. I knew you were good. Oh, I don't know.
What are all these big metal things?
A lump of cast iron. Looks like a pot. It's a fish plate. A random thing. A fish plate. And a bit of guttering.
What's a fish pipe?
Hi, we're Visible. Get set to travel this summer with a wireless plan that'll keep you connected on the go. All on one line with unlimited 5G data.
I've got a lump there. It's got Sonic in it, so I'll let it dry for a minute and I'll give it a whack.
Huh?
Anything is more likely to be warm out.
The fuck is that? And you just throw your metal shit back.
A hook.
Oh, or it's just the magnets hitting the water. My bad.
That random thing, that's going to get a tap, a bit of pipe.
Oh shit.
This is mine's metal. There we go. I've got this big bar as well. Well, Paul only got a little one. Mine's leaking as well. What you got, Paul?
Another part of my boat. I think by the end of the day I'll be able to build it.
And what part is that?
Starboard. Gotta be.
And I've got just an offcut of metal.
two astronauts. They've already been stuck in space for more than 60 days, may have to wait until next year. NASA acknowledged that the astronauts who arrived on the maiden voyage of the Boeing Starliner spacecraft may have to be rescued by the rival SpaceX Crew Dragon, though the vessel won't be ready until February. So a lot to get into in terms of the timeline, but an extended stay at the International Space Station for these two very experienced astronauts. Let's listen into a conversation I had a little bit earlier with Jonathan Siri about this exact topic. Let's listen in. Welcome back in here to Live Now from Fox. I'm Eddie Mack. Thank you so much for joining us. It was a journey that was supposed to last 8 days. It could turn into about 8 months as Boeing and Starliner. Some new announcements from NASA that it could be pushed back, the return date until 2025. We're going to be joined right now by Fox News correspondent Jonathan Siri. Jonathan, thank you so much for joining us here on Live Now from Fox. Some big developments with NASA. What did we learn, and how soon could Bush?
I've got a hook. Well, it's not actually, it's a nail, but it's all bent. And another nail. Look at the size of my Rolex. Yeah, looks a good pull that was. So I've got a massive Rolex.
It's for oars.
I've got a teeny terry boat hook. Got a boat hook. A bit of bar. And just some random rubbish. Hey? Yeah. Some armoured cable and the rim that holds the lid on a barrel. Bit of rubbing strip, bit of bar, loads of screws and nails. It shows we're on the Thames.
I think when I very first tried them,
I've got a bit of floppy bar, or plate I should say. Ooh, falling to bits everywhere. I've got a little prayer book offering. Just a bit of bar. Bit of bar.
Oh, what is that?
It's different. I've never seen one of them before. So I've just found this plaque. PTC 1937.
ET 37. Huh.
Oh, just a bit of bar, but let me show you this. Pop it up here.
Like a boat tag or something?
There we go. TC 6 1937. It's cool. I've never seen one now. I ain't got a clue what it is. But hopefully in the video you'll be able to see because I'll find some information on it. That's cool.
Driving the Nissan Rogue with Google built in is like...
Hey Google, turn on Rocky's Food.
The old...
Got a rail fixing. Quadruple clip. The meat scatter. Display stand piece that fits on and then like what do they call it? Blister packs go on it. So Paul's just got a drawer latch. I've got a hinge off the cabinet door. Ooh, that ain't not good when it come up. There we go, got a pipe sleeve joiner thing, one of those.
Back there hitting the robot cock, huh?
Oh, that's cool. It's a light. Yeah. Hey? Plastic. Yeah. Plastic lens though.
Damn.
There we go, I've got a light off a post. Now I don't know whether that is an old version of, let me show you, hang on a minute. Of that. But still kind of cool though, and heavy. I've got that, it's got 2 coils on it, Bakelite. That's a regulator. That's what I had to think then, it's a regulator off a car. Or a boat. If it had a dynamo, not an alternator. Just some rubbing strip. Good boat rubbing strip.
You got any glow sticks?
Oh, what's this?
From this angle, it looks terrifying. Concrete steps going down as far as the eye could see.
It's starting to get confusing now. Look at that,
Jeez.
dude. It's like a damn coliseum in here.
Damn.
Goes to what though? We just got out of, and I'm going through my footage. I'm missing a half an hour's worth down on the 2nd level, and I'm right now because that was the best part of the mine. Of course, something had to go wrong. Me and good old Tommy Knockers about to say goodbye to the daylight and embark on something pretty epic looking today. Now that is a haulage tunnel.
That is a beauty, man. By the size of this tunnel, man, this operation was massive.
Huge.
What do you suppose this is about?
This game, you're not ready for it.